All right, officers attacked during fiery street takeover. This happened 2 hours ago, boys.
They were throwing explosives, like firework-looking explosives. All like the people were out running, and there was about probably 25, 30 cop cars. That cop car lighting on fire because of the explosives was insane.
So we covered this a little bit earlier, or a little bit later last week, where the in Boston, the vehicles had been caught on fire, and I made a reference to the Boston bombing that had happened, how it looked kind of similar to that.
Boston cops under attack when a street takeover descends into chaos. At one point, agitators shoot fireworks at a squad car, causing it to burst into...
There could have been a person in there. There could have been an animal in there. There could have been a police dog in there. And you want to sit here and say that it's not okay to call for lethal shootings of these motherfuckers? Look at that. He burnt the cop car. What if the person that was in that cop car had a canine unit, and that canine dog was burned to death in that because he couldn't get to the dog in time? What if the ammo that's in there goes off and it kills a mother of 3 that are now orphans? And you want to sit here and tell me that it's not okay for these cops to use lethal force? Come on.
Flames, look at that. With an officer...
Fireworks have been known to blow people's hands off. Just imagine if they shot one of those rocket pods in there. Or not the shells, one of those big shells.
Inside. Now, as the crowd continued to wreak havoc, 2 suspects, an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old, were arrested.
Put their ass in jail for life. Assault, attempted murder, use of a deadly weapon, arson, rioting. Put them in there for life. Throw away the key.
Arrested and charged with assaulting a police officer. Hello, everyone.
That's it.
This is Outnumbered.
That's it. Assaulting a police officer, not public property, not property damage for burning the fucking vehicle into the fucking pavement. Just assault, not rioting, nothing. Are you kidding me? Not even assault with a deadly weapon.
Were arrested and charged with assaulting a police officer. Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Kaylee McEnany. Here with my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Emily Campagno. Also joining us,
how's it going, Melody?
Fox News contributor, and joining us on the couch for the first time. We're excited to have him, John Ashbrook, co-host.
Bro is grinning ear to ear. God damn. He'd make a good Joker. He's got like that underlip. You see that underlip? Put some like clown makeup on that, bro. I bet he'd make a badass looking Joker. He's got the smile for it. I'm sorry.
Of the Ruthless podcast. Welcome. Well, the president of the Boston Police Union says his officers were always targets.
It has happened the last couple of years on a single incident or maybe a couple of incidents through the summer where it used to be drag racers would come in. They'd come in 1, 2, 3 in the morning, separate communities, spin the tires, make a bunch of smoke, and then go on their way. And we would monitor them, rightfully so. But what happened last weekend got out of control. It went through 4 different communities, ended up here.
See, what's sad is that if I was a taxpayer in that city, I would be asking myself, why aren't the cops stopping this? See, whenever you let minor crimes go unpunished, they escalate into this. It goes from the wheel spinning to them saying, well, you guys aren't going to do shit anyway, so fuck you, to now we're burning police cars into the pavement. We're assaulting police officers. It starts small and it always works its way up big. Just like with murderers, how some murderers, they kill animals before they work on a person, right? You got to stop giving these criminals, you got to stop catering to them. You got to put these bitches in jail the minute they start acting up. Like, for fuck's sake, this isn't a PvP server. People pay a lot of tax money. A lot of poor people pay a lot of tax money to these police officers to keep them safe. And if you can't go out on a public roadway without having to worry about disrupting some fucking street racing with their car tires burning out and shit, The fuck are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Well, like, seriously, what are you doing? Finding the nearest Shipley's? Like, come on.
There were a couple of locations in Boston, and
Of course it would
each
escalate.
location that they went to in this past incident, it appears as though they got more aggressive. And when they ended up in the downtown South End section of Boston, that pretty much, in our opinion, looked premeditated. They knew what they were going to do. And
Yo, low key, he would make a good sticker. I would make a good sticker, wouldn't he?
Attacking police officers.
Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey pledged to put an end to this dangerous trend.
Anyone who engages in that conduct will be found and will be held accountable to the furthest extent of the law. I just want to be really clear.
Yeah, now that people's lives are in jeopardy, right? Now that one of your police officers almost got burned to death in a fucking car, now you're going to take it serious, huh? It wasn't serious before. None of the statistics that led up to this made any fucking sense to you. But now we're going to now we're going to do some change, right, guys?
We have zero tolerance for this in the state. Some of the perpetrators are
Clearly not.
Massachusetts. Other perpetrators are coming into Massachusetts. But whether you're in
You know why they're coming into Massachusetts? Because they're getting on the phone with their friends and saying, these dumbass cops that are here, they don't arrest us for doing things, so come on in here. The big surprise, if you don't enforce the law in your state, people that do enforce the laws in their state are probably going to see people that want to break the law go to your state. Oh, big surprise. Oh.
Massachusetts, or you think about coming to Massachusetts, you are not welcome to engage in that conduct at any time, in any place, anywhere in this state.
Are you talking or are you actually enforcing this, lady?
But lighting a cop car on fire in Boston was just the finale for these vandals. Earlier in the night...
Well, it's crazy because they didn't get charged with lighting a cop car on fire. They got charged with assault. And that was it. Not vandalism, not arson, not assault with a deadly weapon, assault. But they're supposed to be scared to go to Boston? Come on. If anything, if I saw this on the news and I wanted to cause some chaos, guess where my ass was going? Boston?
Takeovers across the state shot fireworks at cops, almost hit an officer with a possible stolen car, and blocked crucial roads leading to a hospital. Emily, yet again we see this, an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, this time assault and battery. And my question is, how do you stop these individuals?
That's crazy. They used fireworks to light a police cruiser on fire, burned it to the ground, and assaulted a police officer. And all they got was assault and battery. Are you fucking kidding me?
Intervention.
What is wrong with you people?
Years old from becoming a career criminal who could go on to perpetrate other violence.
Oh, I know how they become a career criminal. They go and assault a police officer, light the cruiser on fire, and get assault, get a slap on the wrist, and get thrown back out into society. That's how they become a career criminal. You just move to a state where they don't enforce the laws.
Yeah, you stop through deterrence, and that means enforcing the laws, and that means equipping the judges with some type of a modicum of control and influence over the outcome, so they don't sit there and say, my hands are tied, they're juvenile, so we're going to put them through family court, they'll be out in 2 seconds. Look, what I see here is a pattern that's very frightening, and to me it's reflective of the prior administration's lax policies and the Democrat and liberal DAs that have been allowed to foment and fester in all of these Democrat cities, and that is that out-of-state agitators, out-of-area agitators come and join what they were sort of describing as...
Because you don't enforce
you heard
the law.
The police union chief talk about it, the president talk about...
Well, not her necessarily, but the Boston police, they don't enforce the law. They need to put harsher laws or actually charge these people for what they're doing. Like, come on.
You know, drag racing on the streets, who hasn't done that? That's been there since the 50s, whatever, right? Now, he says, throughout the night, it was escalating in violence, escalating in targeting, and then culminating in what I see as an enhancement, by the way, that can receive the death penalty. If you shoot an explosive incendiary device...
That's what I mean, a death penalty's a little bit extreme, but I mean... But, dude, they shot fireworks at a police car, caught it on fire. Like it's an incendiary device. Fireworks have been known to blow people's hands off. Like why are they only get assault and battery? It just makes no sense.
At a car with a cop inside, that is absolutely death penalty eligible. So I think here they're making the right statements, but now we need to see it backed up with arrests and with sentences that are commensurate with the crime, not the ages.
Yeah, it's a great point, Harris, especially when you look and you have the union saying that the city was hell-bent, that these individuals were hell-bent on attacking law enforcement officers. You know, we see this in Portland, and people like to infantilize the kids there. They're on a naked bike ride in Portland. No, they tried to burn down a place that law enforcement inhabited. It's a nice facility, and here again, targeting a guy in a car with a fire.
Yeah, I just want to visit this idea, though,
Jesus
that they are
Christ.
somehow adolescents working through a...
Yeah, I'd imagine this person's going to get assault, right?
To get older.
He's going to get assault for that. He's going to be let go. He's probably broke into the car, set that car on fire, and is now ramming that car with somebody else's car.
At that age, at 18, you could fight in a war for this country. They've decided to take their anger and purpose their violence toward, I don't know. I don't even know what you call this because it's dangerous. So I like a one strike you're out theory for this particular age group. And Emily's right. So you make the punishment fit the crime, but you don't wait for it to be 2 and 3 strikes before you get tough on them.
I agree, man. Put these people in jail. They're idiots.
In America, where soft on crime policies have gotten out of hand.
They have. I mean, like, it was only ever going to cause this. That's really what was only ever really going to happen from this. If you take these people that know they're doing wrong and you give them a 3 strikes you're out policy, well, they're just going to go the mile and then stop whenever they get to their 3rd strike. Like, come on. This is so stupid. It's such a stupid... no.